Can you press a DTF transfer onto wood? That is what we are going to find out today. Hey there, I'm Sarah. You're watching Creative Ramblings. Today we are talking about DTF transfers and what else we can use them for. So DTF stands for direct to film, and I have a DTF printer, specifically the Xtool apparel printer. Prints out these beautiful transfers, cures them in an oven, and then I can put them on all kinds of things, specifically apparel. Hence the name apparel printer. So shirts, tote bags, all kinds of things you can wear. They are excellent for that. But DTF transfers can also be used on other things. So today we are going to test out transfers on wood and some other hard surfaces. I'm going to give you some tips for doing this, and we're going to see how it turns out. So here's what I'm using. I am using this Xtool apparel printer. So again, this is a DTF printer with a shaker oven on the bottom. So it prints the transfer onto film, it puts powder on it, and it cures it all in one step. What we're going to do today, you can use any kind of printed DTF transfer. So you can order it from a place like Jiffy, or you can use your own DTF printer and then powder it and cure it. So as long as you have that transfer, we can move on to the next step. Then I grabbed a couple different materials that I had laying around. So I've got a couple pieces of wood, I've got a wood ornament, a keychain, and just a piece of wood. I also grabbed a metal bottle opener and a little white ceramic tile, kind of like a coaster. Then we're gonna need a heat press. So I'm gonna use two different kinds of heat presses here. I'm going to use my mini press for the really little things that I'm making, and then my regular manual heat press as well. So let's give this a try. I have a print here that says Camp Life on it, and I am just gonna press this onto a piece of plywood that I have. This is just maple plywood, and I've got my temperature set at about 310 degrees. I'm gonna place this onto the wood, use a little heat-proof tape just to hold it in place because it seems like I think I stored this one rolled, so it's curling up a little bit. And then I'm just gonna press it using high pressure for, again, about 10 to 15 seconds. Now I have found this peels best when it's a little cool. This is not completely cold peel, but if you peel it when it's hot, it doesn't quite work very well. It starts to pull up that print from the wood. So I've got this great little print right here. I could use this for any kind of sign. You could make signs or door hangers, all kinds of things in full color without having to weed.
Here I've got just a little wood keychain and then a school logo. And so this one, I am going to just use a little heat-proof tape on it and then use my mini press. So I want to make sure I'm using really good pressure on here, and that tape is really important because when you're doing it by hand, you don't want to move the transfer around on the wood. I've made that mistake, and then it just gets all smeared and wrinkled. But doing this, it is a great little keychain to make and really easy to do too. I'm doing the same process on this stainless steel bottle opener here. So I've just got a little graphic, tape it on, and use that mini heat press. Now with this one, this gets really hot because it is metal, and I ended up pulling it off a little too soon. You have to let this cool a lot longer than you do with wood because that metal is going to hold heat. So I think if I would have let this cool a bit longer, the graphic would have stayed on a bit better. But it does look really cool, and it's a neat idea for getting those colorful graphics onto a piece of metal. And then I've got this tile here. You could do a coaster or even like a ceramic mug and a mug press, but I'm just going to do the tile for a test. And the tile on here has kind of curved sides. I did tape it down and then use that mini press. Overall, I think this would have done better in the manual heat press, and it would have done better if I didn't take the design over the curved sides because those didn't hold up really well. But the design in the middle looks fantastic, and I love how vibrant it is. And then finally, I've got this little wood ornament. I love this. You could absolutely personalize these. This is something I couldn't do with HTV and weeding. It looks like it's printed directly on there. This might be my favorite.
DTF really is meant for fabric and apparel. So if you are looking to make items like this is definitely a bonus. I really like being able to do this with my DTF printer. I would not recommend purchasing a DTF printer just for hard surfaces. This is really meant for apparel, but if you're looking at getting one to make shirts and all kinds of other things, now you have another set of projects or products that you can make and sell or use around your home. It's just an added bonus to that DTF printer. If you are looking to make one-off items like this, try a place like Jiffy that does printed DTF transfers for you. They're really inexpensive. You can get a big gang sheet of them and then just use your heat press at home to press them, and you can skip the DTF printer altogether. If you want to learn more about the Xtool apparel printer and what you can make with it and how to use it, take a look at the other videos that I have on this printer. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm here every week with new videos to help you move forward in your creative journey. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.